Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas. I'm going to show you how to make your turkey. So we're going to take out all the guesswork. You know, maybe it's your first Christmas. Maybe it's the first time they put you to make the turkey. Maybe you've always wanted to take on the challenge of making a turkey, but you feel intimidated by it. Well, basically, a turkey is just a big chicken. So here I'm going to show you my signature marinade for the turkey. I think that a lot of local people use ricotta on their turkey, but we use ricotta on our chicken all year long. So sometimes you want to have something different, a different flavor profile. So this rub here is infused with oranges, molasses, and spices, herbs, and butter. Let's get started. First, we're going to start with our compound butter. It's going to be infused with herbs. So I have here some fresh cilantro. It's about 1/2 cup. We're just going to chiffonade this. And I have 3/4 cups of butter. And this is a 12-pound turkey. If you're doing a larger turkey, well, then you're going to need a little bit more of this compound butter to go all over it. And here I have a few leaves of basil. This compound butter is really good to flavor any kind of meat, but here we're using it on the turkey, and the butter is really good inside roasted potatoes as well. So if you want to reserve some and put some aside to put in your mashed potatoes or your roasted potatoes, it's always a good idea. The butter is room temperature, and to this we're going to add a little bit of salt. We're going to add in our minced cilantro and our chopped basil. And we're going to add in 1 tablespoon of orange zest. Here I have 2 tablespoons and the rest is going to go in the glaze. So that's orange zest, cilantro, basil, salt, and butter. You could add garlic to this if you like. Give it a good mix. Okay. Let's move on to the Mabe stove and assemble our glaze. I really like to toast spices before I use them. So here's a cinnamon stick. I have a teaspoon of fennel seeds and a 1/4 teaspoon of anise. And to this, I'm going to throw in just some cracked pepper. Just gonna put it on low. And your kitchen is going to get so fragrant. All your neighbors will want to come over to have a piece of your turkey. We're just going to toast this up. And then we're going to throw in some of our thyme leaves. I like throwing in the entire stems of the thyme and then just pulling it out of the turkey afterwards because the stems have a lot of flavor. I'm gonna warm it up. If you could only smell this at home. We're gonna add it to a bowl and we're gonna put in 1/2 cup of molasses. This is going to give the turkey a really beautiful golden brown color. 2 tablespoons of Werchesshire sauce. We have a teaspoon of seasonal, because that's my favorite seasoning. We have 1/4 teaspoon of cumin and 1/2 teaspoon of paprika. And here I have the rest of the salt. Just gonna mix that up together. And this is going to be the glaze for the turkey. So here we have our turkey. It's already been pre-cleaned. And I want to teach you a little trick here. You have the tips of the turkey wing, and that's the nicest part, but we don't want to toast it up because it cooks faster than the rest. So we're just going to bend it underneath, and that's going to protect the tips of the wings. And it's also going to provide a stable base for your turkey to rest on your pan. And here we already have the legs of the turkey tucked in. And I'm going to insert my fingers underneath the skin and just pull it apart just so that we can have a nice pocket to put in all that herb infused butter. And we're gonna do the same on the sides of the legs. And if you want at home, you can do this with a chicken. I have 2 oranges. I like to leave the juice in the pan at the bottom because that creates some steam for your turkey while it cooks. And it also gives you some gravy that you can go about rebasting the turkey so it doesn't stay dry. And I have 2 onions, quarters. I'm gonna stuff that inside the turkey as well. And this cinnamon stick goes right inside. There you go. And this is going to give extra flavor. And the rest of the onions, I'm going to dress around the side. And now we're going to take the compound butter. And this doesn't have to be perfect because it's going to melt. And it's going to infuse itself into the turkey meat. Here you go. And we're gonna tuck it in under the skin. Okay. And then we're gonna take another ball of this. We're gonna put a little piece right here by the thigh so it gets some flavor. And we're gonna tuck this one right here by that drumstick. And the butter really helps to crisp up the skin and to flavor the meat. Now it's time to baste our turkey with our molasses seasoning. There we go, there's the glaze. We're gonna save some of this glaze. So we can baste it while it cooks. And I know some of you are gonna say that, oh, the seasoning won't get inside the turkey. We already brined it with some spices. And that butter is going to melt into the meat. And it's gonna keep the turkey moist. And all the flavor is gonna go right inside. Now I'm going to flip the turkey. And we're just gonna do the underside so that every inch of this turkey has some flavor. Right. Guess not. All right, there we go. And there you have it, my signature recipe for a molasses glazed turkey with a herb compote butter. We're going to bake it for 15 minutes per pound if it's stuffed, or 13 minutes, in this case since it's not stuffed, per pound, so that's about 2 hours and 45 minutes. And we're gonna put it on 450 degrees so it can get roasted and crunchy on the outside. Then we're going to drop the temperature to 300 and we're gonna finish it off so it cooks inside.